Do you have the computer that came with your engine? If so, should you use it? We're going to talk about that right now. Stay tuned. Hi guys, John from PSI here. Going to talk about the computer that came with your engine. Now, most of us, when we get an engine for our LS or LT swap, came out of a junkyard, something like that, or maybe you bought it on Facebook Marketplace and it came with, let's say the original harness that's all cut up, and it came with the computer or computers that were part of the pullout from the seller. So should you use that computer? Well, that really depends. Is this Gen 2, Gen 3, Gen 4, Gen 5? Gen 2 is a no-brainer. Yes, you can use the computer, you can send it in. We can tune it pretty cheap. We can turn around for you, send it back to you. Gen 3, Gen 4, and Gen 5 are a little bit different. Now, when it comes to Gen 3, we divide ours into two different categories. We use the red and blue and the green and blue. And yes, there's multiple part numbers used for the red and blue computer. There's multiple part numbers used for the green and blue computer. The nice thing about PSI is we can provide you with a computer that has the correct tune and operating system on it based on what you're doing. So you don't need to send us your computer in. Saves you on shipping. You could throw it on Marketplace, make a few bucks on it, offsets the cost of your overall swap. Our computers come vapor blasted. They come with the correct tune and operating system on it. And then we update it for injectors, tire size, gear ratio, and some other basics based on what you're doing. We've never claimed that we're going to give you finalized tunes on any of this stuff. If you're doing cams and things like that, yes, you're going to have to get it tuned once it's in the vehicle. And that's okay, because that's going to help it run even better. But as far as startups tunes are concerned, our tune in 90% of the cases is going to get you up and running. So Gen 3, yes, you can keep your computer. You don't need to send it in. With Gen 4, it's a little bit different of a story. Remember, they separate things out into ECM and TCM versus PCM, which is Gen 3 powertrain control module. So it really depends on what you're doing. So let's say you get an engine that came originally with a 4L60, but you want to run a 6-speed automatic. Then I would highly recommend you just get the controller from us as far as the engine controller is concerned. The TCM would be in the transmission. You can take that out. We have an instruction on our YouTube channel as well as on our website on how to take that out. You could send that in to us. We'll marry it up with the correct ECM that'll have the correct operating system on it. They'll both match. We'll send them both back to you. However, if you do have an ECM and a TCM, let's say it's a 4L80 setup and you're sticking with the 4L80 setup with the engine, you can absolutely send them both in to us. Save yourself a few bucks. We'll tune them correctly for what you're doing. Send them both back to you. Keep in mind, when we provide you with the controllers, we give you a warranty. And like I said earlier, we give you a vapor blasted setup. So it's super clean, super nice. It's got a warranty and it's guaranteed to work for you. When it comes to Gen 5s, a little bit different of a story. It's similar to Gen 4. It depends if you're changing the transmission. If you are changing the transmission, then we highly recommend you just buy them from us. Because again, the operating systems are what matter. And last thing you want to do is try to change operating systems on these controllers because you can brick them. And then you're out and you got to buy a new one anyway. So let us know what you think, or if you have more questions that I didn't answer in the video. And remember, wire it up and fire it up.